What's up, guys? This is the Glock unboxing. So we have a few packages here. I'm kind of itching to get this bag out of the way. So why don't we do it first? It's been sitting here. There's a holster for a Glock 17, but we're going to see how it fits on some of the other Glocks. Elite Force Glock mag, 50 round. Oh, cool. It came with some O-rings. And if you can see right here is the 18C that I already have, that I've kind of added some custom stuff to it. Added a little splash of red here and there. And down here, alright, another Glock 18C. Alright, so let's just put this guy right there. I'll go ahead and lay it down. Let's put this there. Let's open this holster up. Okay, so this holster was on Amazon. Let's see if it says the name. NH gun holster, OWB retention and cam system. By looking at it, I mean, look at this. It's enclosed. It is a nice, hard, urethane mag with a very tough button. Alright, I got all kinds of crap on my, actually. Okay, we'll just use this one. We'll get to that. So it looks like it came with a, I guess it's a bolt clip, or a belt, I'm sorry, for your belt, instead of this paddle style. These very rare exclusive patches that only Hotspot Airsoft got, and he says they're almost gone. You guys got to get on Amazon like right now, or get online and get on Hotspot Airsoft. These two items right here both came from Hotspot Airsoft, along with these BBs in this patch. And I love it, because not only does it say Glock Perfection, and it's a PVC patch, hook and loop, it has Airsoft at the bottom, so Glock Airsoft. These were exclusive to only for the Elite Force Glocks, and he's had them since Glock signed with Umarex, so that's been since, like, what, 2016? Maybe 2017? But, I mean, I love this thing. I begged him to send me another one. He gave me such a good deal on these Glocks that I kind of felt bad asking him for, another patch. But if you get on Amazon, or you get on their website, or you call them, which is what I did. I actually bought one. Okay, let's open these up, and then I'll tell you what's up. These are the ones we'll open up next. This came today. So initially it was only going to be 3 packages. Oh, that sucked. He's got it. Initially this came in a bag, and I could feel that the box was kind of squashed. I don't want to take that much of a look at it. It came in a cardboard thing on top of this. But I didn't feel any BBs or anything in this package, so I took the cardboard off. But this plastic bag has absolutely not been opened at all. I completely waited, 5 days for that. I waited like a week for this. This here is an aluminum back plate, a blue one. It's for a real steel Glock. I don't know if it's going to fit on an Airsoft. It looks identical to it. I know some Glocks, that back piece is like, I think, mounted to the cylinder housing. But I know for sure on the 18C, it's a separate piece, so. Okay, he's included some bubble wrap, and then like I said, he did the same thing. Came in plastic. Oh man, I hope he sent me a, this was the one I, you know, told him if he could send me a patch. He said he would. Both of these Glocks are 159, or no. One of them was 159, one of them was 169, but he let me have it for 165. And they are, I guess there's some weird stuff going on with, let's open this up and see what gen it is, and then I'll tell you guys what the kind of oddness is with these things. Plastic is tough. Okay, so we got Glock 17. And this is the Glock 17 Gen 4 by VFC, which Glock 18 is made by VFC. Pretty much all the Glocks, but just a small few by Umarex and Elite Force are made by VFC. Most of the Glocks by Elite Force are made by VFC. Just a few of the Glocks are made by KWC. Now, I love KWC products, but there's only one reason to buy a KWC Glock over a VFC Glock, and I'm going to tell you that now. Go ahead and open this up. Get all these boxes out of the way. I haven't opened any of these. I waited for you guys totally. Ooh, okay, so I have a couple of these, and I'm going to tell you what these guys are in another video. I had a brilliant idea. I have another one, but it's half the size, same company. We'll talk about those. Oh, cool, man. I love the shade of this box being different. Glock 19X. Alright, so these are all Elite Force Glocks. Let me start off by saying that. Okay, so we've got the Glock 19. We've got the Glock 17 Gen 4. We got the Glock 18C. Got an 18C mag, which hopefully will fit in the Gen 4. Awesome Glock patch, which hopefully there's another one in here. Gotta have one for your helmet and one for your vest, you know what I'm saying? Now this is the one with the squashed ass box. Yeah, this whole, all the corners are smashed in. So, you know, I called specifically to have him ship me the next one in a box. But, let's see if we can tell a difference between these two. Ooh, no. These two. Okay. The top one is slightly larger. I'm going to open this one, the one I just opened first, and I'm going to show it to you guys. Got your instructions. You guys want to see that in its bag. So why did I get two Glock 17 Gen 4s? Check this out. I bought this. This is the KWC Gen 4. The reason I bought the KWC was, one, it's a C02, completely covered, realistic looking mag. You'd think it was a gas mag. This is a CO2 mag, completely enclosed. Very rare. Only one of its kind in the Glock. Especially the Elite Force Glocks. The only way to get an enclosed mag is the KWC. Second reason. Now, in Europe, a lot of these come with these, but... Okay, we have an Allen key, which we all get. I'll just leave that in there. Boom. Extra back straps. Alright, so, in the U.S., I'm pretty sure everywhere now, because not even the Europe ones are coming with them anymore. The only way to get these back straps is with this Gen 4, 17 Gen 4. That's what the MBS stands for, multiple back straps that are on all the Gen 4s, even though this is the only one that comes with them. So... it's so weird. I don't know how they go on because it doesn't look like it comes apart. Maybe they just fit over it. No, there's a pin in there. Okay, well, maybe, actually, yeah, they fit over, you pull this pin, they fit over the back of the gun, and then the pin goes into it. I bet these will work with all of them. Dang it. Okay. So those are the two reasons. Now, this is a full blowback. All these are full blowbacks. I wouldn't dare buy a half blowback Glock. Or a half blowback anything intentionally, anyway. It's not bad. Let's see. Pull that mag out. It's not bad. The pull feels a lot nicer than I thought. So we have all our markings. It's got a lot of oil on it. You know, all your typical markings. Glock 17, Gen 4, Austria, 9x19. This side has your serial number, both on your barrel and on your frame. Small Glock on the frame. officially licensed from Glock right here, and a blank space on the handle, and then Glock on this side of the handle. Okay, here's the other difference. The KWC has the WeTech style safety where the serial number should be. That clicking extra safety right there. And the trigger safety works. Triggers, like a real Glock, stays depressed until you charge it, you know. Big guide rod, just like the VFC. We'll take them apart. Let's pull the other one out. Okay, Glock 17 Gen 4 by VFC. The other one was KWC. Which KWC makes amazing slides. They're the aluminum. This slide right here, not just that it's CO2, is gonna be CNC machined. It's gonna be T6, T7 aluminum, the good stuff. I know this from polishing KWC guns. The VFCs, some are good, some I found filler in VFC guns polishing them before, meaning the finish, the process before it's painted had maybe a pinhole or what we call fish eyes or you know, scratches or something, and then they fill that with like body filler, like on a car, and then they spray the finish over it. But they're miles ahead of WeTech guns. That's a fact. WeTech guns are made of a mix of pot metal and aluminum. And that's why they're so much lighter and so much weaker. Yeah. Oh, right off the bat, here's my receipt. He charged me $165. Now, out of state, when you order guns, you are not charged tax. So that's a bonus right there. He knocked $5 off, gave it to me for $165, threw me another Glock patch. Okay, and so the VFC Glock. Got your pistol, your instructions, and an Allen wrench. Pretty much same stuff. The manuals look pretty much identical. The KWC manual is a darker gray. This is a lighter gray. None of them have come with... Oh, I guess... Yeah, duh. Okay, so let's get to the difference in this one. Why did I buy this one? Well, first off, if you don't know Glocks, they're specifically made according to their mags. So if you buy a green gas Glock, it is molded aluminum. So it's like molded with a mix and melt of different aluminums. And it's not very strong that way. You know, it's in a mold, they pop it out, it gets shaved and cleaned up. And you know what I mean? Then it's then it gets its work, the rest of its work done. C02 Glocks by Elite Force Umarex are all CNC machined out of a solid block of aluminum. So a laser cutting machine is cutting all this stuff out. And the way you can tell is the extended mag. So if you look, here's our KWC CO2 mag, and here's our VFC CO2 mag. Now the bad thing, what's so bad about the KWC mag? It's beautiful. But look, I hope you can see this. Look at how tiny the valve hole is in the gaskets. It's the same on the cylinder as well. But not only that, the KWC mag is proprietary. So I'm going to show you. This is the Gen 4 by VFC. And I'm taking the KWC mag, and it is too big. It is not going to fit in there unless I force it. And even if I force it, the mag catches are shaped different. The VFC is deeper, wider, let's say. The feed lip is a little bit taller and wider. But the mag itself, I don't know what, oh, okay. The KWC has this ledge on it, kind of like the 18 does. We'll see if, I mean, I doubt it. But the VFC has no, well, this has a smaller ledge. Okay, it does. The KWC is way bigger. So here, let's see if the VFC mag will fit in the KWC. It clips in. Everywhere I've read, and I've even been told that this mag is not proprietary. I never got in depth about whether the gun. Let's see. All right, the bottom of the nozzle, the BB pusher, the stick that's underneath the nozzle, is hitting the mag feed lip. And wow, look how long. Let me see. Look how long the slide catch is. It's huge. Yeah, it's smaller on the VFC. This part right here, where the slide catches, it's huge on there. Oh, and another thing, the KWC has this little like hole for your, I don't know, your fingernail or something. I don't know why that's there. It's like a little, God, I hope you guys can see this. I apologize so much if you cannot. But the back of the VFC doesn't. It's flush, just like a real Glock. I mean, it's just like the 18C. But it has this little notch on the actual slide, not the back plate. Sights are the same on both, pretty much. The markings. I'll have no problem telling these things apart. The slide markings are pretty much identical. Okay, so check this out. The KWC seems to have a flatter, more grayish looking slide. And the VFC's darker. It's blacker and a little more semi-gloss. You know what I mean? Not semi-gloss, more to the flat side than to the gloss side. But definitely there's a hue difference in the blacks. This is more of like a dark black charcoal, and this is black, like midnight black. The frames look pretty identical. The markings on the frames are identical. The pins are different. The pin on the KWC is smaller. The upper pin, which is the rail pin, the slide rail pin. The bottom pin is the trigger, the whole trigger mechanism pin. So it's smaller. It's more beefy on the VFC. Okay, the triggers feel different, and I know why. They don't feel bad. See, I'm used to the way this feels. This feels just like the 18. This is the VFC. Okay, I'm going to show you why. Let's take these off real quick. Okay, guide rods are different. The inside, the cylinder housing's different. Even the orange tip is a different size. There's a little, slightly more baffling on the VFC in the front. It's a little larger, where this is a little finer of a cut on the KWC. VFC has the wheel adjustment for the hop up, and the KWC has the screw. So this has what's called the O hop, where the screw adjusts a circle around the bucking, and that's what adjusts how you're, how much hop you get. Not a good system. That ring's always made of pot metal. The screw will just tear that thing up. Also, the screw can possibly come out. Typically, there is a spring sitting like this, keeping the screw tight so it doesn't go out of hop. But yeah, this screw is so easy to turn. You do not need a flat head, which makes me believe it's gonna move out of hop. Where this is nice and stiff. This hop is going nowhere on the VFC. Oh wow. The VFC return springs on the cylinder are garbage. It's not really returning right. If you can see that. I'll work on that with some oil and things like that. I have stronger return springs as well. Let's check the return spring on the KWC, which KWC makes a badass cylinder return spring. Oh, it's 10 times better than the VFC. I mean, it returns every time. It's perfect. And it's smooth like butter. Okay, I'm seeing on the KWC, the back plate is attached to the cylinder housing. And on the VFC, it's separate. It's a separate unit. So this extra back plate is more than likely going to fit right on here. That's on the VFC, not the KWC. Alright, let's look at the frames. This is the part that makes the trigger and the clearing and pull back on the slide different. Is the hammer housing. The hammer housing right there that just popped up, if you can see. These two guys right there. So, let's see. I'll reset this one. And this, in the VFC, the hammer housing is spring loaded. So as it's pushed back, when you push the slide back, there's tension from a spring. When you pull the slide back, you're also pulling the hammer back with a really strong spring tension. And when you pull the trigger, it's like lightning. It flies up. Where, if you look on the KWC, wow, yeah, with the KWC, there is a noticeable clicking. So, look, I'm going to pull the hammer down. There's that first click, another click, and another click. It's like not a smooth action. Now, even though when I first pulled it out and did the sliding motion with the slide, it felt good. But, I'll do it again. One click, two click, three click. Isn't that weird? And here's the VFC. Ready? One motion. And that's it. It's a lot smoother of a pull. Oh, and also with the guide rods, the rear end is larger on the VFC than it is on the KWC. The KWC is smaller. They both should be 18 inches. Actually, the KWC looks like it's about 17 3/4. I'm sorry, not 18 inches, 18 millimeters. And the KWC seems to be probably about 17 millimeters, a little shorter. So I can tell you now that the Gen 4 VFCs are the same size as the Gen 5. The difference is the Gen 5 has the adjustable guide rod for the hop up. And whenever you put your slide on a Glock, you always want to reset this hammer and these two, the sear and the trigger sear. You want to push those two things down, and you want to push the hammer down. Otherwise, when you go back on the slide, you're just going to bash into it. It's going to cause a lot more damage and wear before it needs to. But if you do that, and also on a VFC, I hate when I see people all the time trying to pull down on both sides of this. You just need to pull one side. It sits at a teetering motion. I hate seeing people struggling with this thing, trying to pull both sides down. It irks my nerves. As much trouble as it's given me, I hate when that happens. If there's a trouble getting the slide on, something is causing that issue. So be easy, take your time. In this case, it's the guide rod that's messing me up. Which is probably why the KWC has the smaller rear end. Watch that one, probably won't have this issue at all. If you can look, I just put it on and it's like stuck open. Yeah, there's issues here. There we go. I can really feel and hear the spring on this VFC. This, you know what a spring sounds like when it's hit, like a door knocker. Ding! See if you guys can hear it. It's ringing. I'll put some of my my soft gaskets that I molded, and that'll muffle that sound tremendously. God, this video is going to be so long, guys. I pray that you're like me and that every once in a while you just want to lay back and chill and watch a video. Not have to worry about flipping through and waiting for stuff to load and trying to find something good, you know. I'm hoping these videos, this went on like nothing. This is the KWC. So it has flaws, it has good points. I've not shot either, I don't know. But it's definitely full blowback, 100%. Yeah, you really feel the trigger difference between the two. Wow, you can just so hear that damn spring, man, on the VFC. It is terrible sounding. God, you hear it when you pull the trigger as well. So here, I'm going to close it and pull the trigger. Hopefully you guys picked that up. Okay. Oh, holster. Let's check this out. Here is the KWC Glock 17 Gen 4. Perfect fit. Little stiff, like it's going to cause wear. The VFC. Good fit. A little smoother. A little smoother. Not as rough. Now, because I know already, let me get this 18C out of here. So, here's the Glock 18C. Got your instructions. Your gun, nice and wrapped up. Your long mag's going to be under here. I have that one there already. And now these Glocks have some issues. Some function issues. But I wouldn't have bought two of them if I still didn't love it. And I'll tell you now, the only reason I started buying Glocks was because, one, Dan at True Canadian Air Guns, who's mainly an air gun collector and really into, like, you know, like how accurate his pistols are and his rifles. And then the other one would have to be Airsoft Mike. Probably the biggest Glock lover of them all. I'm sure you guys out there have heard of at least one of them. But, alright, so good thing about the 18C, one of the pros, it comes with silent fill O-rings. They're just an absolute must for all your gas mags. The 18C is only gas, not CO2. And here's your beautiful long mag, which I bought another one of. So I have 3 of these mags now. I painted the base plate on this Glock red, if you can see. And I also did the little dots and the Glock symbol on the handle in red. If you want something like that done, hit me up. You can send me your base plate, and I'll do it for, you know, hardly anything. You'll just have to pay shipping. First thing I'm going to check this is, we're going to check the full auto. That son of a gun was hard. Tough to get off. So after a little while, I mean, I put maybe 3,000 to 4,000 rounds through that other one there. I don't even know why I took this off. There is no valve on the bottom of this mag. I'm not thinking. I'm sorry, guys. It's on the back. This is one of the best filling mags you're ever going to get, you're ever going to fill. If you're a gas hater like me, I hate gas mags. This thing is going to... It's just great. So silent, so smooth. No mess. So first thing we're going to do is test the full auto. Nice. Alright, so the other Glock 18C, the full auto stopped working around 2,000 rounds. Then shortly after that, at about maybe 2,800 rounds, every time you took a shot, the mag would fall out, which probably aggravated me more than anything in the world. But as you can see, it's got those beautiful cuts, it's got its markings, just like the other VFCs, you know, it's Glock 18C, Austria 9x19, all the same markings. The little Glock right here, the serial number on the slide, the serial number on the barrel. The difference now is there is not a print anywhere on this thing where the KWC has caliber 6mm BB written at the bottom. It also has a serial number written underneath it. It has the warning, the damn Constitution is written on the bottom of the damn trigger guard. Let's see if the, yeah, and so the VFC's the same. It's got the damn Constitution written on the bottom of the trigger guard. It's got 6mm caliber BB written at the bottom, but at least it doesn't have that safety under there. It has the proper Glock serial number metal plate under there. But other than that, they do not have any writing on the slide, on the frame, anywhere else. The 18C. Wow, check this out. My first 18C has nothing. No writing, no nothing anywhere. Nothing on here. No 6mm BB. It doesn't have the Constitution at the bottom. And this son of a gun does. They have the warning written under there. Isn't that freaking crazy? They're both VFCs. Both Elite Force Umarex 18C. Okay, there's a big difference with the barrels. Okay. Ah! Oh, should have taken the damn flashlight off. It's in full auto right now, so I don't know why full auto doesn't work. That fall certainly didn't help it. But at least it's not dropping the mag like it was. I had to take the gun completely apart to fix that. There we go. So by fixing the mag from falling out, it did help fix the full auto. So, you know, but by looking at this thing, other than the printing on the bottom of the trigger guard, there does not seem to be any other differences. The barrel doesn't get scratched up like the whole top. Just these two front sections in the corners. I mean, this one, it's already scratched up just for me shooting it like that. But luckily, it won't get any worse. It'll just wear off the two corners on each side in the front, and then that's the wear you'll get. This thing's covered in oil. Way more than the other ones. And the finish on the mag is beautiful. It can take a beating, it can take some punishment, and the paint is still perfect. I mean, these mags are amazing. It's why I spent the $47 to buy another one. They want $45 for a regular size mag. Why wouldn't you, you know? But of course, what we're going to do is check the VFC 17 Gen 4. And let's see if this mag fits. It's always good. You don't always have to do it. You can tell the difference between jamming a mag in a gun when the slide's not pulled back and when it is. So it's always a little better. Let's give it a shot. Damn, that spring aggravates me. So yeah, no issues. I'm not even going to mess with it. I can already tell. even the back, the valve is different on the KWC versus the VFCs. I'm not having any return issues, nothing like that. And there's a guy, Airsoft NLD. He might be, I'm pretty sure he's over in Europe somewhere, maybe England or something. And he had issues with his 18C, and I knew why, because I saw the Airsoft Mike Glock 18C video, and I noticed that because they don't need orange tips, their barrels are different than ours. So their 18C barrels are a lot thicker and bigger. So it seems like that their Glocks have 18Cs have you know, slide issues, you know, going the full distance and resetting correctly, pretty much acting like a WeTech. Trying to put this mag back in the box. This is a 17. Got too many pistols. We got one left, guys. Please bear with me. Don't be upset. We got the 19X to look at and we're done. Okay, what doesn't have a box and what does? Let me see. This is the nice box. This is the VFC box. So before I put the 18C back in, I want to show you this 18C should fit perfectly, even better in this. Oh my God, it does. It's not tight at all. Like you're gonna be able to get this thing in and out without scratching and messing it up so much easier. Glock 17 hard holsters fit the 18C perfect. Got oil all over the box. Okay, there's the instructions. So what the hell do those go to? Oh, that's for the 18. And I wanted to show you the difference between the 18 tips, they spin, and the Glock 19. And I'm pretty sure the Glock 17 Gen 5. They no longer have threaded barrels. It's a bummer. Even though it was hard to find a threaded tip to fit the Umarex Elite Force barrels, you just have to pay the money and buy a threaded barrel, which the only one I've been able to find is for the Gen 5. I don't know exactly what the difference is going to be between the Gen 5 and the other ones, but I found like a custom brand for $20 at Red Wolf Airsoft, and then a black one to replace the stock barrel with a thread at the end was $50 to $60. And then a unit that'll slide on the end of an 18C that's metal, and it goes onto your rail. It's pretty dope. It sits flush with the front. It's kind of like a little compensator, and it has a thread at the end to simulate the end of a barrel. That piece right there, $75 to $100. Evic has it for $75, but it literally sold out on me the second I was checking out. I got so pissed off, but they've not been back in stock since. So I don't know what in the world we are all supposed to do about getting tracer units on these things. And you guys know how I feel about tracer units. I hate that this box is smashed. There's no saving it at all. I let him know about it. I probably shouldn't have made such a big deal about it, but you know, he had to ship me one in a box, the VFC. I bought both of them. You know, I didn't know really much about the differences between the KWC and the VFC when I ordered them. But the owner of Hotspot Airsoft is a really cool guy. He kind of schooled me, explained to me what was going on. You know, let me know. There is a difference. The KWC mags were proprietary. You know, I couldn't imagine much differences between them. I do like the fact that I have both, because, one, I'm a collector, two, I got that killer CO2 mag, and it doesn't have that spring vibration noise. Neither does the 18C, man. Even though the one that's making the noise is made by VFC, just like all these other guns, the guide rods have all been different, man. Here is a red dot I was going to try on one of those. Maybe we'll try it on the 19. It looks perfect on the bottom of a Glock. I mean, it's like, well, here. I purposefully loosened that up so I could show you. Oh, it might look nicer on the 19, being that the 19's shorter, you know. But that's a beautiful red dot. This is made by Umarex. See? It has to do with how the mag is sitting in there. And the sometimes the PPQs do the same thing. Alright, Glock 19. If you're still here and you've hung in there, thank you. Hopefully you got you something to drink. You're chilling. You're just relaxing during this quarantine. You're not caring about how long videos are or what's going on. You're just liking the unboxing and digging the knowledge that you're getting. Hopefully I'm letting you guys know what's going on. And there's a little bit of variation between the patches as well. This one's a dark brown airsoft. This one's an orange airsoft. And this is much whiter, where this one's more of a gray. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if you guys can tell. Alright, Glock 19X. Here's your first impression there. If you want a coyote colored Glock, this is the only way to get it. Wow, look at that. It's gorgeous, man. It's absolutely beautiful. I thought the paint would look cheesy. I thought the coyote would not look like a real 19X, and it does, man. Oh, wow. 19X comes with O-rings. Cool, man. I do get them for free. I have found them in a few different things. Once we reach enough subscribers, my subscribers are just I'm telling you guys, it's a slow moving thing. My videos are getting something like 30 hours of views a day to a week. And my subscribers, people just aren't subscribing. I mean, it's not a big deal. That doesn't hurt as bad as getting a dislike. A dislike really is like a fucking stab in the heart, man. Because it's hard to set all this stuff up, get all these lights going, set a camera up, pay all the money for this stuff, you know. Wait weeks and days before you can open your packages up. Everybody watching right now knows how hard that is. So every Glock with the mag in stays open. Every Glock when the mag's out returns home. It's not called power stroking. I hate that. Oh, it sounds so weird. What it is on a real firearm is a bypass. It's a lock bypass, a slide lock bypass. So what we need to start calling that, what we need to start calling this is bypassing, or slide bypassing, or even lock bypassing. I don't even want to hear anybody say stroke coming out of their mouth, to be honest with you. I hope some of you feel the same. If I offend anyone by that, I apologize. This gun, this pistol, this air pistol is absolutely gorgeous, man. You can see the beveled cuts in the front. Totally different than the other Glock slides. The frame, and it meets the frame beautifully. Wow, look at that. Look at how flush that is. I have one of those Glock carbine kits coming as well that makes it look like a small crisp vector. And then I've got kind of, well, hopefully it turns out to be good news. Wow, that sucker was on there. I have a Gen 5 coming from Red Wolf. They're overseas in, I think, Germany. And it has been in customs for like the last 5 to 7 days. I hope it gets to me. I was told by somebody that's pretty trustworthy that the U.S. border and the, what's it called? Anyway, I heard that they confiscate Glocks especially from getting across, you know, to the United States. And, oh, man, I want that Gen 5 so bad. This feels beautiful cocking it, man. So this also is made by VFC. Trigger pulls, just, I'm telling you, they all, the 18C in this has a beautiful trigger pull. It feels exactly like the 18C. Oh, weird, man. So this has that little opening back here like the KWC did. This is definitely a VFC. But it has a little opening at the top right corner of the back plate. As though it's there for you to take your nail and pull this off. Let's look at it. Well, this son of a gun is really on there. Weird, man. So like the KWC, I mean, the flash has my eyes a little bit bugging right now, but it looks one piece. It looks like it's one piece. Alright, so everybody knows the 19X, like the Gen 5, has the adjustable hop up using the guide rod. You stick your Allen wrench in there, or you can turn this little guy right here. You'll hear these little clicks. If you want to pull your guide rod out, don't just yank it out. There's a little notch at the rear end of this guide rod, and it has to point, I believe, downwards. And once it's perfectly parallel, vertical, I mean, once it's perfectly vertical, you should be able to pull it out of the hop mechanism. Okay, I'm not gonna force it or mess with it. I'm gonna double check and make sure